This audio-only message is for that YouTuber Katie Joy and whoever else feels like they want to listen to it. I wanted to do this video some time ago, but I debated whether it's something I should really talk about. But, you know, jealousy is an ugly thing, and it's an ugly feeling. And I understand that it seems like people might get more than what we get, or we don't always get what we think we deserve or we're entitled to. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all fighting for crumbs. I won't go into the political or social aspect of this, but Katie, you really need to do something about your jealousy, because it's going to eat you up even more and destroy you from inside. You do not have to be jealous of anybody. What you have to do is to work on yourself. Again, we go back to working on yourself. Get a better education. Do something worthwhile that makes you feel good, and not tormenting people for money. I mean, really good, important things that uplift your self-esteem, that build your self-esteem. Now, building your own self-esteem, especially when you're completely bereft of it, it takes time. And I understand that, because I used to be very jealous and angry, and it really was a part of my identity, who I am, because you know, I've experienced being bullied. I've experienced certain other traumas in my life. I always felt less than. I think from the time I even remember being alive, and that's not an exaggeration, okay? I always felt left out, not included. And because a lot of that was true, a lot of that was stemmed back to early childhood traumas and stuff. But, you know, it comes a point where you're not going to make friends. You're not going to make the kind of money you want. You're not going to have the dream life when you are motivated by these jealousies. It eventually catches up to you. And it's a volatile, awful thing to go through. And yes, a lot of things happen. I wanted to do something for my school, and I was turned away because I'm an older student. They didn't like my message. They wanted to stick with the status quo. And man, was I angry. I was so angry. And I'm like, wait a minute here. Okay, I can be older and have these feelings. But at the end of the day, I accomplished so much more than that one thing that I wanted. I got support from a community. There were professors at my school who emotionally and socially invested in my learning of their course material. They made accommodations. With all of that support, the way that professors should, I was able to do very well. And I did it honestly. I did it with integrity, academic integrity, and honesty. I earned my good grades. I earned that recognition, and I got recognition more than this one thing that I wanted recognition for. Okay? And I can understand that, because when you're having borderline symptoms, it completely closes in on you. That emotional reaction to something clouds everything else that's reality, clouds everything that makes us good, clouds every other accomplishment that we made. And jealousy is a strong behavior pattern with people with borderline personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. I actually was evaluated for narcissistic personality disorder, and I guess it's really hard, but I don't have that. I have borderline. But to me, there is a lot of crossover. But with borderline, you always feel inferior, and you always feel like you don't, you can't do enough. So you make all these bad decisions thinking that the immediacy of that satisfaction of feeling good about yourself for unearned things, okay, unearned things that are not positive for you, it just really blows up in your face. When you earn things with integrity, when you earn things with care, I mean, there's no guarantee. Listen, there's somebody in my life who is on my treatment team, okay? They are the consummate professionals, okay? They appropriately gave me an example of a time when, even though that they are a brilliant doctor, they were passed over for something, okay? But they were able to keep their focus on treating their patients well and with respect, and I'm a benefactor of that. So why you're jealous of people who are on reality TV or on YouTube is beyond me. You're fighting for the same crumbs. You're fighting for the same pennies. Have compassion. Have care. Have understanding and empathy. Because we're all fighting for that. We're all fighting for resources. I don't care who thinks they're well off or better. We are all fighting for resources. But there is something important when you're working for something on a goal that is authentic and wonderful. And I think your jealousy is really, it's one of the most unappealing parts of what comes through in your videos. Okay, I don't know whether to get pissed off with you or cry and feel sorry for you, because that jealousy turns into being vindictive, and you are vindictive. Okay, that jealousy that you have is a very powerful force in your life, and it's frightening. You really need to get help to deal with that. It is much better if you have a clear mind and you have a better sense of your senses and your emotions, because you will be making better decisions. You will know who to stay away from. You will know who to be friends with. You don't just clap on to somebody for attention, pretend that they're a friend, and then you stab them in the back, and then you burn your bridges. Not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody's going to like you. And that's okay. You can keep acquaintances. You can keep your work attachments, your work stuff separate from your real life. And I'm sorry if this is so scattered, because I really think one of the fundamental problems here with you, Katie, is your immense and toxic and dangerous jealousy. And it's still, it clouds your judgment. And again, I must reiterate, what you are doing is you're either doing it for attention you so desperately crave, or you're maligning people for money. You can make money spilling tea in a way that's a little more ethical, in my opinion. I mean, I'm certainly not going to do it, but if that's your bread and butter, so be it. But do it with integrity. Don't be jealous. Don't steal from people. Don't take other people's hard work. Don't take other people's experiences and incorporate that into your own life. Just stop. Just get some help for your jealousy issues and your rage and your anger. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of your energy. It will eat you up from the inside. And it's actually, it's a smokescreen for something else. It's, that's an underlying issue of insecurity. Insecurity is a dangerous feeling when you don't recognize it and start nurturing it. Do not weaponize that to hurt anybody else. And you're not gonna agree with everybody. I mean, I'm not gonna agree with Todd Crisley on everything. I don't. My opinion is so far to the left that, we might as well be on two planets, right? I don't have to listen to him, and I'm not defending him when I'm telling you to knock it off with him. Knock it off with that family. Just leave them alone. It has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. The same with this 7M dance group. You are not educated in cults. I don't know why you would get jealous over dancers and a dancer's relationship with a man of color. I just don't understand that. I don't know why that's such a shocking thing for you. I don't know why you get jealous over Jessa Duggar having some sort of independence. You want to be a feminist. That's not what a feminist does. That's not what feminism is. You give us a bad name. You make us out like we're jealous hags. We have nothing else to say or stand up for, or anything that we're doing is worthwhile. You've got to support your sisters. You've got to support them. And you don't like them? Okay, fine. But don't. Listen, I have my own prejudices and own reactions, and I've reacted to things online in my personal life I'm ashamed of. Because I understand that's from my own insecurity. That's from my own jealousy. That's from my own not understanding what is really going on here. And those people pose no threat on you. I do not know why you cannot report on the situation with some modicum of respect, a basic level of respect and trust. And obviously, I don't think you really give a crap about religious oppression or anything else. It's true that atheists are far more stigmatized, are far more discriminated against. There aren't many people in office, in political office, or in larger organizations, let's say, that represent us fairly at all. That is true, but that's no reason for you to go into something without knowing what you're talking about and coming up with a pile of BS and going after these religious groups. I don't even know. I've never been raised in like that kind of a life where I'm religious or anything like that. I'm glad I don't have that kind of life. I have other issues, other challenges, of course, that other people wish they didn't have. And that's okay. It's part of the human experience. But you got to stop going after these people. I mean, if you really want to help people, you want to report on something, lady, you need to go back to school. You need to get a better education or more advanced education. You have your undergraduate, get some skills training, get back into school, and start doing something that's actually helpful. Okay? That's what you need to do. If I want to help people who are in religious cults, I don't think I'm the right person for it. Okay? Because I have no experience with that. But I would go to school and get specialized training, and I would work with people honestly and with respect and with integrity. Because I may be atheist, I don't believe in God or anything like that. When I'm not even pissed off at any God because I don't believe it's there. Because humans committed the trauma on me. I hurt myself in other ways too. No deity that may or may not be out there. You've got to stop you got to stop with the jealousy. You've got to stop with the nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's not going to help you. Bye.